goodness. Oh, wow! In your life have you seen anything like that?
Kia ora team, and welcome back to the Cutline, a golfing podcast brought to you by the TAB. My name is Karl Tiley. As always, joined in studio by Paul Moate. Paul, how was the week?
Very good. Very, very good. Although looking forward to next week. I won't be here.
Golf next week.
Golf next week, 4 days down in Christchurch, starting on Wednesday. Pegasus, here we come. Look out for us.
It's the rule, right? You're only allowed leave from the Cutline if you're playing golf.
100%.
Yeah. Nice. And joined in his, what I believe is his second last show on the Cutline, Tom Hills, all the way from Auckland. Tom, how are you?
Yeah, good. Thank you, boys. It was a weekend of what could have been for me in terms of my punts.
Oh, wow.
To be honest, I'm still seething about it. So this might be a good opportunity to sort of vent a bit like Karl last week, a bit of therapy and that sort of stuff. So we'll see how we go and unpack that, I guess.
Nice. Any golf for you on the weekend?
Not over the weekend. I was in Rotorua for a wedding, but I played 9 holes of Ambrose last night with my girlfriend and then her 2 brothers and their girlfriends as well, and we came out on top. So that was nice. That Pupuki golf course, pretty hilly, but bloody nice actually.
Very nice.
Pupuki.
Very nice.
Mm.
Might as well get straight into it. Harold Ivana III.
Hey, HV3.
In Saudi. Just.
How about the eagle putt?
Wow. 104 feet of putt made.
Bubba,
edge out Bubba Watson.
Bubba made him work for it.
You know, I watched 17 holes of that final round and fell asleep just before Harold Ivana got onto the tee on 18. And I think subconsciously I didn't even see his birdie on 17. I must have fallen asleep. But when they were on the 17th hole and I woke up at about a couple hours later and the thing was still on, I was, oh, gee, Bubba would have won that. And then obviously he's gone birdie eagle to beat Bubba and claim it.
Well, he led from the start. He was the round 1 leader. He must have been pretty comfortable too, him and Bubba. I think they played the first 2 rounds together. And obviously the last, I don't know about round 3, but...
No, they didn't play the last. Bubba was in the second to last group.
Oh, the second to last, was he?
Yeah.
It
was my man Tommy Fleetwood there, and I honestly, I sat and watched. We didn't have Sky or the Sky 6 channel in the hotel room. Didn't have my laptop, so I just placed the phone next to the bed and watched it on my side for about 3 hours, just trying to cheer Tommy on. And Tommy had I think it was on about the 13th or 14th. The wind had picked up, and I thought it'd be good for Tommy. He's had a pretty simple par putt and missed it with the other 2 boys in trouble. Varner's ended up making double bogey, and if Fleetwood had just made that par, I think he would have tied the lead. And who knows? He's gone on to bogey the next hole and just shat the bed out the back door. Yeah, that was my viewing experience.
That's dedication. The phone on the side of the bed for 3 hours.
Final round 3 over for Tommy Fleetwood.
You deserve better.
Oh, yeah, filthy.
Plus your multi. Oh, we shouldn't.
I know. So he could have been.
We'll get the results shortly.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Wow.
So there was the Monster Eagle. Obviously, Bubba's in the mix again. Good to see Bubba playing good golf. He's what are our thoughts on Bubba? Do we like Bubba? He's a very polarizing player.
Yeah, I've come around to him, to be fair. I think he's harmless. I mean, he's obviously his celebration with Varner on the 18th sort of shows what type of bloke he is, really, in terms of the guy's just probably cost him $500,000 or whatever the difference between first and second was, and his first reaction was to go and hug him. I think he's good for the game, and I think he's a good shot this weekend, actually, just quietly.
Paul, where do you stand on Bubba?
I'm neither here nor there, to be fair. I guess unless you're on the tour and you're sort of interacting with him every sort of week, I can't really sort of have a huge opinion one way or the other. I'm I totally understand that some players just prefer not to be in the same group as Bubba, and others don't mind. So, but for mine, it's just neither here nor there.
Yeah. I feel like he's aged. He's
Matured or just aged?
Well, both. No, he's gotten better with age in terms, I don't know. He's a bit cringy on social media and some of the stuff he does there, but he's having a crack, and I don't know. I don't mind him. I love that he just flings it both ways. Never had a lesson in his life. Just love that part of it.
So there's hope for me yet.
There is. Yeah. Another note I've got here, Cam Smith, very good at golf.
He started the year off pretty well, hasn't he?
He started this round off 66 to be, he was two shy of HV3, and then I was watching the start of round 3 and he's on fire. He got it to the lead, and then I fell asleep and woke up and he shot a 70, which was disappointing.
Well, if you can't stay up and watch him, you can't expect him to keep going.
No. Matt Wolf back in the mix. Good to see him too.
I can't catch Matt Wolf. I've taken him 2 or 3 times in this podcast, and I feel like every time I back him, he plays terrible, and every time I don't, he's sort of right in the mix. So he's good to watch as well, man. Just the way he creates such sort of coil with the hips and everything else. He just absolutely bombs it. Looks like he was having a good time on the weekend as well, from what I saw. So yeah, good to see him go. He can go low when he's on.
Yeah. And DJ still loves Saudi. Through 4 tournaments now.
Never been outside the top 10.
Still only been beaten by 11 people.
Total.
That's sick, eh? Yeah. Over to the PGA Tour, and Tom Hoagie wins his first PGA Tour
Fantastic
tournament. Have you seen the video doing the rounds on Instagram or social media?
Hoagie?
Of his one of his best mates watching the footage. So it's obviously his wife or his partner or someone filming one of his best mates sort of pacing up and down the lounge over the last 2 holes. And he's there with Hoagie's parents, I think. And Hoagie drains a massive putt, and this guy's up and about, chahooing and fist pumping, and then he turns around and says to the guy's mum, so Hoagie's mum, if he wins this, I'm going to get blind drunk. And Hoagie's mum goes, yeah, cool, I'm sure he'll like that. Or something along the lines.
Sounds similar to me when Henry Nichols was batting for the Black Caps. We made a mine, and it'll be the same in golf, to be honest. Like one mistake and you're out of it. Same with cricket. It can be pretty nerve-wracking.
Yeah.
So fair enough.
Good win for Tom Hoagie.
Fantastic.
Not a well-known player on tour.
Oh, it's amazing. He's 32.
Yeah. Another one of those players where I thought he was at least 50.
Yes.
You say fantastic, but there's obviously one guy who was heavily on Jordan Spieth.
Here we go.
Jordan, did he get 2 shots ahead almost, I think? Does birdie, and then lost the plot. I mean, you never feel safe when you're on Spieth. There's always something.
Unless
you're always going to miss a couple of fairways. Yeah. And that was also a tough watch on Monday. Again in the hotel. Luckily they had this one on the TV, so I was able to watch that while I was getting ready for this wedding. But in a pretty foul mood by the time the tournament finished.
that final round, he only just missed a birdie putt on, it was the 14th or the 15th. Yeah. And then his tee shot on that par 3 17th, half a foot further, and he rolls up to about 3 feet of the hole. But unfortunately lands in the bunker. Still a lovely bunker shot. Misses the putt. Bogey's that hole.
I feel like if he makes birdie or even par there, he probably goes on to birdie 18 or something as well, with momentum and that sort of stuff. By that stage, it was all sort of fallen away to him. And to Hoagie's credit, he sort of kept his calm. He played pretty well down the stretch. Did he take 5 wood off the 18th tee as well? Just sort of nudge one down there. Got on the green in 3, 2 putted.
Yeah,
You
can't
know,
get behind
32,
that
but
sort of carry-off.
No, you
Can't
you
get behind that.
if you've got a 2-shot lead or whatever heading into the last, then you just course management comes in. Just take your time. You just take the putter out, knock it off
all
the tee,
6 irons.
straight down the middle. Don't worry about a thing. Oh no, I love that from Hoagie. The other guy was Troy Merritt, who absolutely flying in that final round. I think at one stage either grabbed a share of the lead or had the lead all to himself, and then sort of just faded late in the back 9. But he absolutely was flying and put himself in contention. So yeah, a number of players who are in contention. But you would have thought, well, no. When it comes to Spieth, I guess you never think, oh, he's got this. he's got this wrapped up. No, you never think that. But it did look like he had it all together in that final round until sort of towards the end of the back 9.
Yeah.
What about
what do you make of what do you make of the backswing? Basically, right before he actually fully takes it back, he takes it back about 3/4 of the way just to make sure it's in the right spot. Doesn't look pretty.
If it works, it doesn't really matter, does it? And it didn't quite work this time, but his game is getting back to where it was when he was winning tournaments. So,
yeah. What do we make of his shot over the ravine? Was it in round 2?
Oh wow!
On the 6th hole, maybe. It was terrifying.
Yeah, the reverse angle really showed. Like he's about a foot away, 2 feet away from the cliff.
The speed in which he ran away after hitting just shows how close he was to certain death.
You can, if I've been to kidnappers a couple of times, you peer over the cliffs there, and you're not getting that close to the cliff on those cliffs, let alone trying to hit one at that proximity to the face of the cliff. Pretty ballsy. I think he said he sort of regretted it afterwards as well. So.
Yeah, at kidnappers, that's a pick up and drop somewhere safe. Take the penalty.
I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
A couple of quick stat lines on. We'll play a little game. Tom Hoagie. 11 years pro. How many starts do you reckon he's had?
11 years he's been on tour.
185.
I'm going to go 140.
203.
Oh, wow.
He's made 114 cuts. It's about 50%. I guess that's all right. 1 win. How much has he earned? Career earnings. This is on the PGA Tour.
I'm going to say 6 mil.
I'm
going to go 18 mil.
10 mil. Bang on. Not
2
bad.
mil equal.
$1 million a year. Probably take that. Playing the game you love. You take that?
I'll take that any day of the week.
He's up to 39th in the world. Are they giving out too many ranking points for these?
Did they scale the ranking points back on those PGA Tour events where all those guys were obviously playing in Saudi and stuff? Like the strength of the field's obviously nowhere near.
Yeah, the strength of field was definitely nowhere near what Saudi was. He got 36 points for that event. That seems like a lot. I don't know quite how it works. Anyway.
Because historically, the Pebble Beach Pro-Am has been a top tournament. Most of the top guys would turn up.
Not when the Saudis are giving out millions.
No. How good did Pebble Beach look, though? Like, they got great weather, and it is just such a cool course to watch on TV, I reckon, with the coastline there and, a few of the holes and...
it's the go-to course on Tiger Woods golf.
Yeah, and they got the US Open there next year as well. Isn't it? I think.
Is it?
I think so.
Well,
which will be good to watch as well.
Very nice.
Tiger might be making a comeback.
Let's all hope. Alrighty, over to the DP World Tour and the Ras Al Khaimah Championship. And Nikolai Hogard won. Overpowered the field, overpowered the course, won by 4. And actually, brother of Rasmus Hogard. They actually back up on the same course this week and play again.
Yeah, it's strange.
This one's the classic, not the championship.
Classic, yeah. As a result of COVID, this is the 5th time that they've done this on the DP World Tour or European Tour. I don't mind it, especially for betting.
Betting purposes, yes. I mean, spectator-wise, and I mean, I wasn't sort of drawn to this tournament once I saw Foxy miss the cut to sort of keep an eye on it anyway. I mean, it's a pretty unremarkable field, isn't it, in relation to what else is going on in the world?
Same again this week. The field's not great.
Yeah.
Well,
but maybe some value to be had.
We've been blessed with some very strong fields in the last couple of weeks, and Phoenix this week, as I actually read before, is the strongest field it's had in the last 10 or 11 years. So
18 of the top 30 in the world.
Yeah,
this week. That's strength.
That is strength. And before we have a quick look at our results from last week, Leona Maguire gets it done on the LPGA.
She does, and she did it with a fair amount of ease in the end against a top quality field. Her first ever LPGA Tour victory. In fact, Irish Eyes was smiling because I think at the halfway stage of the Pebble Beach, Seamus Power was up towards the top of the leaderboard as well. So it looked like we may have had an Irish double in the LPGA PGA Tour. Unfortunately, Seamus couldn't get it done, but Leona, she's been knocking on the door for a while now and thoroughly deserved her victory. She kept the ball out of trouble most of the time, and she just looked like she was the most sort of calm and collected player, especially through that final round. I thought Brooke may have done a wee bit more. She just had a poor first round and then finished with back-to-back 67s to finish just outside the top 10. But yeah, very happy for Maguire. And I'm sure this won't be the last time she salutes the judge.
I saw a great tweet from Sophia Popov congratulating Maguire, but she said must have been when they played each other at college or at a junior golf tournament a wee while ago. And she said, I played against Leona whenever this was, and she asked me to mark my ball from 120 yards away. She said, I've been terrified of you ever since then, my friend. Good luck, or well done, and here's to many more. I thought that's a pretty boss move, asking someone to mark their ball when you're 120 yards away.
I don't ask someone to mark their ball if I'm 1 meter away. It doesn't matter. I know it's going to go. Even if it's in my line, I know I'm not going to hit it. In fact, if it's in my line, it's safe.
All righty. Let's have a look at the results last week. And I will start with the man to my left, Paul Mawate.
No good.
Simple reading here.
Yeah, easy.
Complete strip out.
Yep.
Jason and Dave flashed in the pan for a little bit there.
When he what was it, the final round, he birdied the second or third hole. I thought, here we go. Here we go.
Yeah, no good.
No.
You went pretty hard on the LPGA. Nelly, Brooke top 5. No good. Minus 100.
Yeah.
We move across the list to myself. I'm up 60 for the week. A winning week. Cam Smith, top 5. Yes. Wade Ormsby, top 20. Yes.
Nice.
Did you take him in the end, Tom, after I convinced you?
No, I didn't actually put him on personally, but I did follow his progress and was kicking myself.
Yeah, he was up in the top. He was about 7th at one point in the third, maybe after the third round. Gavin Green missed the top 20 just, but my first round 3-ball multi got up, or half of it got up. Had Johnson and Lowry over there, playing partners. Lowry and Finau tied. So Paul's taken half my winnings away.
No, I believe it would be the TAB that would have taken half your winnings away.
Yeah, tough. And then we move across the page to Tom. He went pretty hard on Tommy Fleetwood.
Oh, Fleetwood, yep. I mean, I thought going into that final round, I've got him to win, but I've also got a nice sort of wager on him top 5 at $5.50. Did not. All he had to do was, I think, birdie the last hole, and he stood easy par 5 that everyone was eagling. He couldn't even do that. Jordan Spieth, $15 on at 19s to win the tournament. 2 shots ahead with 6 holes to play. No. But I did take Jordan Spieth top 5 at $5 into Lucas Herbert top 20. I believe Phil Mickelson and a couple other guys birdied that last par 5 to bump him out to, what did he end up? Tied for 22nd or something like that. Yeah,
Tied
one
for
shot
21st, one shot outside the top 20.
It was that sort of week for me, and I got my 3-round multi-ball up, Fleetwood, Lowry, and DJ, but I believe I had a couple of halves in there as well. So, yeah, what did that end up? Did I make money or lose less?
Hang on. Inquiry.
Yeah,
What?
no. Karl told me you had no chance in that multi.
No,
so
I did not.
I gave you. He said, he's lost that one.
You might be a winner here, Tom.
Did you say
that? So
Well,
I was just going to say, so Fleetwood, Lowry, Johnson.
Yeah.
Who was Fleetwood playing against?
DeChambeau and Westwood. No, that was Fleetwood. Lowry was against McDowell, and I've got Westwood on both. He can't be in both groups, can he?
Fleetwood had a first round 66. We're going to have to inquire about this because Lowry, you get a half divvy for that one.
Yeah.
What was
because
it?
that's what I got.
Go back to the multi. What was it?
Fleetwood, Lowry, and Johnson. So Lowry and Johnson tick, but Lowry's a half, and Fleetwood a tick. So
I don't know about that.
So we'll as it stands, if Lowry's not
the email.
If Lowry's not a half, you're up 42.50, but Lowry is a half. So I don't know where
Let's have a look.
Paul's going to do some work.
Yeah,
that's fine.
We'll circle back.
No, Karl told me there's no way.
I wouldn't do that to you, Tom.
I've had a tough weekend, boys. Give me some slack. I mean, jeez.
Either way, I won again.
That's cool, mate. Put your $5 on 20 different options, and we'll see how it goes. Come on.
It was 10 on 10, and hey, we might be running with a similar format this week.
No doubt.
All right, we're messing around a bit here. I'm going to skip this part. I'm going to go quickly. Charles Howell III this week, his 600th career start on the PGA Tour. That is absolutely nuts. He turned pro in 2000, I think. Of the 600 starts, I've left my notes. Hang on. How many wins has he had, Tom?
Oh, 9?
3.
It would be something like the RSM or one of those ones in Georgia, at the Seaside course or Sea Island course. I'm sure one of those.
One of the Battler. Hang on. I should have come prepared here. His wins. Nissan Open in 2007. He also came second in the Nissan Open. Was a big fan there. The Michelob Championship at Kingsmill in 2002.
Crikey.
And the RSM Classic in 2018.
Bang!
There you go. True battler. Career earnings. Best guess?
How long's he been on tour?
Since the year 2000.
I'll say 22 million.
32 mil.
41.2 mil.
Wow.
41.2. Cuts made.
200 and I reckon it might be actually higher than 50%. I'll say 333.
258.
461.
Jeepers
Yeah,
creepers.
so he's just a money slugger, and he makes the cut, finishes anywhere from 20th to 40th, and just earns a very steady income of a couple of mil a year.
Yeah, he's had 97 top 10 finishes, 10
That's pretty
thirds
good.
and 16 seconds. So he chips away.
1 in 6 top 10.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Probably take that, wouldn't you? If someone said, oh, here's a 20-year career. Don't know.
Oh, yeah, I'm taking $40 million, that's for sure.
Alrighty. Do we're off to the Kiwi corner, Paul?
Are we?
What
Okay.
do we got this week?
Well, let's have a look at last week, though, at
Yes.
the TPS Victoria tournament, which was won by Todd Sinnott by one shot, one stroke at 20 under. But in a tie for ninth, Ben Campbell at 15 under. Also in a tie for ninth, Momoka Kabori.
She was flying.
She had the outright lead at the halfway stage of this tournament all by herself. She's got a big future ahead of her.
She does.
She's really up. I think I watched her final hole on the third round where she was standing in a bunker, but the ball was outside, but the ball was actually above her waist. I don't know how tall she is, but I'm thinking she's 5'4", 5'5", something like that. The ball was above her waist. So she got out a fairway wood. There was a bunker in front of her. And as she was lining up, the commentators were talking, thinking that she's just going to have a little practice. And then bang, she just hits it over that bunker, rolls up onto the green, up over the top and over the back of the green, but then came back on and one putt for a par. It was really good to see. She's got some very, very, very good things about her. So
Nice.
all the best for her. Denzel Yeremia missed the cut, and Hani Song was in a tie for 28th at 9 under. So pretty good shame by the Kiwis in Victoria. Ryan Fox, as we already mentioned, missed the cut at the Ras Al Khaimah Championship. And Daniel Hillier at the Saudi International, tied for 55th at 4 over, picked up just under $18,000. I'm guessing that's US dollars.
Yeah.
So not a bad little week for Daniel.
Very consistent. 71, 72, 72, 69. So he'd be pretty happy with that. Pretty happy with that. What about this week?
Danny Lee is playing in Phoenix. He has $326 to win the Phoenix Open.
There's Paul Ruffy.
Did not feature in my betting plan this week.
There's a bit of a gap on the LPGA as they make their way over to Asia for the Asian swing. And that tournament's not for another 2 or 3 weeks, actually. They start in Singapore, I think. So a little wait for them. And, well, as we know, they're still at Ras Al Khaimah, not for the championship this time, for the Classic.
The Classic.
So Foxy's still there. I think that's about it.
Vic Open this week.
Oh, the Vic Open.
It's men and women again in the field, but two separate
But two
titles.
separate tournaments.
Yep. Ben Campbell, Denzel Yeremia playing. And there was plenty of women. I didn't want to list them all out.
No, we've got a few.
Yeah. So plenty of golf.
And plus the Woolly Shore Tour down at Christchurch starts this Wednesday at Pegasus. A field of 32.
What odds do you give yourself?
They've got me in the top 5.
Wow.
Yeah.
Stableford, is it?
A Stableford tournament. Stableford tournament, 100%. And we'll be having a Calcutta this Monday night.
What are you playing off?
I'm on a 20.3 at the moment.
Oh.
Yeah.
Can I get in the Calcutta?
Oh, they take phone. Yeah,
Oh,
they take
hello.
phone. In fact,
Here we go, Tom. Should we get a syndicate going?
Calcutta is this Monday night, and it's taking place in Lower Hutt, so
Oh.
not far from where you live.
Might have to
Come along. There's
Yeah.
beers, having a feed. Yeah,
sign me up.
it's all done
Love
properly.
a Calcutta. Best part of a golf trip tournament. Get in there.
Alrighty. We'll start. Our main focus this week is Phoenix, but just quickly, as we said, DP World Tour. Anyone you guys are looking at this week? I've circled Robert McIntyre.
So have I.
Oh, hello.
Yeah.
We're not doing this again, are we?
We'll see. Probably not for the rest of my picks, but he just sort of stands out as a guy that played pretty well last week, and his odds sort of, I don't know, just thought they were over the odds.
Yep. And this might help too. I look back at Cyprus in 2020 where they did the double 2 weeks in a row there. He was T3 the first week and won the second week on the same course. So like to have a look at the course before getting in.
Lovely. I didn't even know that, but that's good.
$26, Bobby Mac.
Yeah,
Anyone you're
we'll
looking
see.
at, Paul?
No, I'm not looking at DP this week.
Okay.
Focus is on the PGA.
All right. What about the Vic Open? Got anyone circled there?
Nope, not
You
here.
guys clearly didn't do the homework.
Well, the thing said,
I know.
Phoenix Open.
I know, but we've got to touch on these things, you know.
All right.
Well, for anyone that cares, have a look at Anthony Quayle, second line of betting,
Finished second last week, didn't he?
$11, second last week, first to start before, and T6 start prior to that. Probably should have won last week, had it not been for some errant tee shots. So Anthony Quayle, have a look there. Okay, Phoenix Open. Paul, what do you know about, where are we? TPC Scottsdale.
We are. The par 3 16th, the party hole, where do the caddies still race down after everyone's had their tee shot, race down the fairway to the green?
I hope so.
Because some of them, I guess, I shouldn't throw stones from a glass house, but some of them don't look like athletes, to be fair.
Mate, to carry those pros bags around, you've got to be relatively strong and fit. So
For 4 days.
I think you are a bit out of line there. There's also the
Particularly because
giant.
you push your golf cart around too.
Yeah, he's got one of those little remote ones, doesn't he? With the transistor on the side, so you can listen to the races as he's going around. There's also the race to the stands in the morning. George Harper was there, I think, last year or 2 years ago, and when they open the gates, it's just a mad rush for all the guys to get into the stands and get the best spots available for the day. So apparently it's absolute carnage there at about 6 a.m. each morning.
I hate to cut you off, Paul, but just on that 16th, 20,000 people that stadium can hold. And I had a look at the numbers, attendance numbers. In 2019, I think it was, they had 716,000 people go through the turnstiles over the week. That is a lot of people.
Yeah.
That is a lot. Sorry, Paul, carry on.
Right. So we're at TPC Scottsdale. And there have been, first of all, there have been a number of multiple winners here.
Yes.
Phil Mickelson, Hideki Matsuyama, and the defending champion, Brooks Koepka, have all won more than once at TPC Scottsdale. So there is a wee bit of a horses for courses angle here. Greens and regulation, par 4 scoring, putting on Bermuda greens would come in really, really handy. It's very much a second shot course. So what you do off the tee isn't as important as what you do with your next shot. So yeah, iron play comes in big time. In fact, I think last year, I know it wasn't his approach shot, but didn't Koepka chip in
17
from the green, from just off the green, sort of thing, to steal the show. So yeah, form around the greens as well comes in handy. But yeah, putting on Bermuda greens. If you're looking for course correlation or tournaments, the Memorial, the Desert Classic, and the Honda Classic all sort of correlate very, very well with TPC Scottsdale.
I'm going to push back a little bit on the tee ball not mattering. I think off the tee,
Less important.
I think just combined distance and accuracy is very a very key stat here.
You need to be scoring on those par 5s, don't you? I mean, all of those par fives are the eagleable. You can score
Right.
eagles on all of those par fives if you are far enough down there, with attacking with the second. So,
Yeah.
What's
agreed.
there's that drivable par 4 that's got water on the left
17.
down by that's the one where Kipka chipped in.
And that's where Ricky came unstuck a couple of times, and a few people have come unstuck there. I think proximity from, I don't know if you said this or not, I wasn't listening properly, but proximity from 125 to 200 yards is pretty crucial. Approach putting. Anything else to add, Tom?
No, you've got to cover, mate. Just you want guys that are going to soak up the atmosphere as well.
Soak up the atmosphere.
Yeah.
Love it.
Too
I'd
precious,
go well at TPC Scottsdale. I'd soak it up.
Shotgun a beer before you hit in.
Alrighty, we'll do reverse ladder this week, and Paul, you can start with your
Reverse ladder.
best bet. Yeah, you lost last week.
I did have a good look at Hideki just because of his form on the course. I did like the look of him. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe one or both of you may have Hideki on your sheet, so I sort of steered clear there. I'm going to go with Daniel Berger at $26. Let's see, what have I got here? He putts very, very well on Bermuda. He's ranked highly in par 4 scoring and in birdie or better. I love him. Tee to green as well. He's finished 4th in the Honda Classic. So Daniel Berger, he's going okay this year. I'm going to take him at $26 as my top pick.
He withdrew last week in preparation for
this one.
Back injury.
And we will go to Tom next.
I'm going to go with man in form who was very unlucky last week. He's going to have to contend with a little bit of travel. But my best, I mean, bit like Paul, I mean, guys like Matsuyama, JT obviously profile really well here. And I do quite like Sam Burns as well. But my best this week is going to be Bubba Watson. Just the way he played last week. I mean, I did watch a lot of that final round. He can attack these par 5s. He has a great record here, actually. And at $41, I think he's going to be my best bet this week.
Wow. Did have a little look at Bubba. I am going to go with Hideki, as Paul said. Not only because he's a 2-time winner here, but he's won twice in his last 3 or 4 starts. In the last 3 months against the field, he's 17th off the tee, 11th in approach, and 46th in putting. That, while 46th is not, it doesn't jump out as a low number or a number to be worried about. I think everyone should be very worried. If Hideki's the 46th best putter in the game the last 3 months, that should be terrifying for everyone else, because normally he sucks at putting. So keep an eye on him there. On the course versus the field, he's 6th off the tee, 1st in approach and ball striking and tee to green. And his form dating back to 2016 reads first withdrawal, T15, T16, and the T42 last year when he really wasn't playing his best. So Hideki Matsuyama for me at $17. That's my best. Paul, who is your mid-tier?
Yes, I'm stuck in the middle with you, and I don't know what it is I should do.
I'm going with Ricky Fowler at $71. We talk horses for courses. He won here in 2019. Towards the end of last year, he had a 3rd at the CJ Cup. He's missed the last couple of cuts, but he had a 66 in the first round at the Farmers, which sort of suggested that he's coming round again. So I'm very, very keen to have a little go at Fowler. just because of his course form and the fact I think he can bounce back here. So $71, Ricky Fowler.
Don't mind that.
Hey!
I don't mind that, Paul. We've definitely seen flashes of Ricky in the last 12 months of Ricky's best. Tom, where are you going?
I'm going with my Australian friend Adam Scott. He's never actually played here, I don't think, because but this year he sort of changed his schedule round. And he looks in good form. He looks like he's sort of comfortable with where he's at. I mean, this is technically a desert track, isn't it? And his last 2 starts in the desert over in Abu Dhabi and Dubai, he's had 2 top 10s. The same ball striking approach. I mean, that's sort of Adam Scott bread and butter. And I think his putting looks to be solid enough at the moment. So at $51, I'm very happy to play Adam Scott as my mid-tier selection.
Nice. I was going to take Ricky, but I will mix it up. I'll take my other mid-tier selection, Seamus Power. He is the definition of consistency at the moment. His last 9 finishes, 21st, 12th, 11th, miscut, 4th, 15th, 3rd, 14th, 9th. While his stats, stroke gain stats in general don't jump off the page, in the last 3 months versus the field, he ranks inside the top 44 in all the strokes gained categories, which makes him the 12th best player tee to green in that time period. If not for a win this week, he's paying $41. So if not for a win, definitely top 10 or top 20. Looks pretty juicy at that price. So Seamus Power at $41. Paul, Roughie.
Looks like a long shot, baby.
I'm going with Troy Merritt at $101. He's a guy who finished in the top 5 last week at the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am with a final round 67, which could have been a wee bit better. He's also had a couple of top 20 finishes this season. He is, we talked about iron play, tied. He is 6th in strokes gained approach the green so far this year. And Karl did say off the tee, he's still got to be fairly good. He's 34th in strokes gained off the tee. So he's going to be putting himself in a lot of positions to make birdie. And the price and with the form that he's in at the moment, I think is well worth a go. So Troy Merritt, $101.
Nice. Tom.
Yep. Roughie is going to be Mito Pereira at $126.
Copy and paste.
You got him as well.
No, he's one of yours every week, isn't he?
Yeah, well, I just, he's, I think, 28th in strokes gained, tee to green this season so far. Again, looking at bull strikers this week. $126. Mine. Get on again. Got to deliver at some stage.
He's got 2 weeks to do it. I am also going to go for someone who is $126. Nate Lashley, leaning pretty heavy into course form this week, although he did finish T28 last week at -8. So I think he'll gain a little bit of confidence out of that. He was 7th strokes gained off the tee, 11th tee to green, and 15th around the green last week. He's played here the last 2 years, finishing T3 and T17 against the field. On the course, he's 33rd strokes gained putting, 12th in approach, 31st ball striking, and 18th tee to green. So at the price, definitely worth a look for me. Okay. Paul, do you want to take us through your staking plan this week?
Yep.
$100 to spend, how you like.
Yep. It's all in Arizona at the Waste Management Phoenix Open. I'm going to have $10 on Berger to win at $26. I'm having $20 on Berger for a top 5 finish. And I'm having $20 on Fowler for a top 10 finish. And that leaves 50. I'm then going $10 top 5 Troy Merritt, $20 top 10 Troy Merritt, $20 top 20 Troy Merritt.
Ooh. Wow.
Easy.
Tom.
Yep. So I'm going with my best Bubba Watson and close to my next best Sam Burns. I'm going $5 to win and $15 top 10 on both of them. So they're paying Bubba's 41s, Burns 31s, and then they're both paying $4.50 for top 10s. I'm going with a group betting multi. I'll make sure that this is pretty clear, but $10 on Sam Burns to beat Finnair, Oosthuizen, and Fitzpatrick at $4.20. Multied with my man Adam Scott to beat Karl, Seamus Power, Abe Answer, and Connors at $4.50. So that's 10 into $189. I'm going with what I'd like to say a little bit of a safer multi, and that's $20 on Scott to be the top Australian and Matsuyama to be the top Asian player. That nearly gets me $100. I'm going to have $5 on Bubba and Burns to be first round leaders at $46 and $41. And my final 20 is going on Robert McIntyre over in the desert. $5 to win at 26s and 15s, top 10 at $5.
Nice. There's
That
a
make
lot there.
sense?
A lot happening.
Lot there.
I like it. I've also got a lot happening. Just like last week, going on a very similar path. So I'm going to take 10 on Hideki to win at 17s, 10 on Hideki top 5 at 450, and 20 on Hideki top 10 at 310. Then I will have $10 on Ricky Fowler top 30 at $3. $10 on Nate Lashley top 30 at $3.75. I'm going to go 5 each on Hideki and Billy Ho for first round leaders. I've got some stats here. This is Hideki's first round numbers over the last 7 years. 67, 68, 69, 65, 65, 69, 66.
Likes it.
Loves a hot start here. And Billy Ho is 66, 63, 71, 66. Also loves it here. So they are paying 29 and 67 respectively for first round leaders there. Then I'm going to go to the Vic Open and have 10 on Anthony Quayle at $11 to win. And then the DP World Tour 20 on Robert McIntyre, top 20 finish at $5. And that's my $100 spent.
Boom.
Boom.
Did you say top 20 at $5?
Yes.
McIntyre? I'm pretty sure I've got like top 10 at $5.
It's not often we have two inquiries and one.
Well,
Yes,
like I
it's
said,
$5 top 10. So I'll change my bet to top 20 if he's $5 top 20. But it looks like he's $2.50 top 20, Karl. So
I did think there was a lot for top 20.
you were
Hence
right.
why I jumped on.
yeah,
All right. Well, I'll keep the 20 on it, the 250 instead of the 5.
I'll take the $5, you coward.
Look, there's a reason behind the staking plan. Okay, I'm up 60 for last week.
That's fine.
There's a reason I'm on top. Paul, do we have any promotions this week?
Surely not. We do.
We do.
And it's at the Phoenix Open. We've got a golf bonus back promotion at the Phoenix Open this week. Basically place a pre-tournament outright winner bet on the Phoenix Open and through your TAB account. And if your player doesn't win but finishes inside the top 10, we'll refund your bet up to $50 as a bonus bet. And I think, just trying to remember, last week, I'm pretty sure we were all fairly keen on Dustin Johnson to at least finish in the top 10, which he did.
I had a look at the numbers of the promotion, and he was by far the most backed. And the TAB paid the price.
So those punters who did back Dustin Johnson last week, pre-tournament in the Saudi International,
yep,
would have got a bonus bet up to $50 in their account after the tournament.
Yep.
Along with a whole lot of other players like Bubba Watson.
Mm. What do we think about John Rahm this week at $8? Seems very short for someone who hasn't won in almost a year.
He hasn't been that far away though, has he?
I know, but nor was Tony Finau when.
I'm saying more for like the golf bonus back promotion.
Right. Bonus back, yeah,
He's a-
sure.
He's a bloody good bet.
Yeah.
Because if he gets it all together, he certainly can win this tournament. But you wouldn't think that he'd be finishing outside the top 10. Now, a lot of things can happen in golf, as we know.
He's less than even money to finish top 10. $1.91.
I'd probably take Hideki Matsuyama at $17 because if he doesn't win, you certainly think he's going to be there or thereabouts.
Yeah. Agree. Anyway.
Or take Bubba Watson and get 40 times your investment. Don't worry about the bonus back.
And then the bonus win.
We've got a Bubba fan.
He's going all in before he's got 2 more weeks to win. Well, essentially, he got this week to catch us.
Yeah, it'd be nice to have a winning week for once, actually. So.
Well, you may have had a winning week last week. We don't know. Paul's messed it up.
He told me you lost. I took him at his word.
I reckon there's more results like this. Down there you got.
You need to audit the sheet before you go.
Yeah.
If there were more results like this, you guys would have been all over me. I have no doubt about that.
All right, we'll leave it there before someone gets punched in the face.
Right.
Thank
I
you.
won't be back next week. Not because I'm getting punched. Well, I might get punched in the face, but because I'm playing golf.
Oh, yeah, so it's just me and you next week, Tom. So you have to...
Oh, for your final hurrah.
Final day. Yeah, okay.
Final day. See if we can organise some sort of special guest.
Happy days, yeah. I'll see if we can get big lefty Phil Mickelson on or something.
Yeah.
Should be easy.
Easy. All right, folks. Thank you for joining us. Another episode of The Cut Line. And we will be back next week to preview the Genesis Open. Cheers.